My name's Anthony Bozanic. I'm a CPA, and I've been through about 500 nonprofit audits in my 20-year career. So I've been in a lot of board meetings and seen a lot of nonprofits take different angles. So today we're going to talk for like 30 minutes before lunch here. It looks like government funding. So some nonprofits I've worked with, they said they don't even look for government funding. They don't want it because the government kind of tells you what to do, and you know, they control you. Okay, and so they don't want to be controlled by any auditor showing up and turning their place upside down and giving them little comments and writing them reports and exhausting their energies. They want to kind of run the organization like they want to, so that's why they seek corporate, foundation, or individual money. However, in the past couple of years, I'd say the nonprofits that have grown by far the most is the ones that were getting federal monies. Not state monies, but federal monies. That's where there's been a lot of, with the American Recovery Act, a lot of focus on building infrastructure, and medical clinics have been getting funded very heavily, and organizations like Charles, where they're doing a lot of education for keeping families together. The federal government's spending a lot of money. I'm not sure where they're getting it from. That's another story. But that's where you can get this money, and it comes in big lumps. Okay, so each year the federal government provides over $600 billion of the federal budget to give to nonprofit organizations. So it's out there, and it's just a matter of who presents themselves the best in the government's eyes and who gets the money. So what does this mean if you sign up for the federal monies? Because when it comes, it doesn't come in like $10,000, it comes like $250,000 usually. So you have to be ready for the basic requirements. So there's a couple of requirements. If you get over $500,000, you have to not only report to the federal government, but you have to go through an annual OMB A133 audit, which is a compliance audit that goes through all your internal controls. So that's a $500,000 threshold. Still, if you receive less than $500,000, you're subject to federal audits. But by law, you're required to get a formal annual audit, which is pretty exhaustive every year if you spend over $500,000. So you kind of get on their radar. And it says right here, and if you spend less than $500,000, the federal agency can come and audit you. So auditing, everybody gets worried about the word auditing. What does that mean, you know, to be audited? Do they penalize you? Do they put nasty marks on your name? You know, what do? Well, you know, you want to make it through the audits. You might get a few dings, but then you always work with the auditors and write a correction action plan of how you had small findings and have them corrected, and then you just prove that you're working towards perfecting your procedures, and you stay in the good graces of the government.